Good morning, Marines. On behalf of the Commanding General of Education Command, Brigadier General Bergeron, and the Vice President of Distance Education and the Director of the College of Distance Education and Training, Mr. Terry Garrigan, the Dean of Academics for the College of Distance Education and Training, Mr. John Himlamy, and the Regional Director for the Quantico Enlisted Seminars, Mr. Mark Shigley. I am Gary Smith, the Regional Chief Instructor for the Enlisted Seminars for the Quantico region. And we want to say congratulations on your successful completion of your professional military education. You know, over the last 15 weeks, we've focused on three component areas: warfighting, administration and communications, and leadership and ethics. And we have honed those your leadership abilities and capabilities, and your ethical leadership abilities and capabilities, and most importantly, your ability to critical think. And I guarantee it back to your commands that we are sending lethal Marines back that will be able to face the challenges that our Marine Corps will have to face in future fights. So thank you for your attention, your work that you've put into this course over the last 15 weeks. And I speak for all of your instructors that have definitely guided you over the last 15 weeks to say thank you for your hard work and your labor in these courses of instructions. Whether it was the Advanced School Seminar, the Career School Seminar, or the Sergeant School Seminar. Now, I'm not going to belabor the hour, but I'd like to introduce the guest speaker for your graduation here today. And the guest speaker is no stranger to the Enlisted Continuum, our education continuum in this curriculum. When I was the director of the Quantico Staff NCO Academy, he was the Sergeant Major for Marine Corps University. And I will tell you that I've learned so much from our guest speaker, Sergeant Major Skiles, with his leadership and mentoring. Even in retirement, we both are retired today, and I still learn a lot from him. I can pick the phone up and give him a call and, hey, throw questions at him. Hey, let me get your sage advice. Even in retirement, he has never forgotten that Semper Fidelis is non-negotiable. Even in retirement, I can reach out to him. So without further ado, let me just give you a little background on Sergeant Major Skiles. Sergeant Major Bill Skiles enlisted in the Marine Corps in 1981 and retired as a Sergeant Major with the Marine Corps University in 2013, completing 32 years of active service. Bill had over 13 tours of duty, ranging from scout sniper instructor, a reconnaissance platoon sergeant, a drill instructor, to a Marine Corps rifle team member, highlighted by a tour with the Royal Marines in England and a combat tour in Fallujah, Iraq. Currently, Bill is the CEO and owner of Cohesion Boot Camp, a leadership and team building company, serves as a product development manager for Sayre Industries, and is working as a contractor for the Marine Corps Rangers branch aboard Quantico. He is an honor graduate of Excelsior College and is an award-winning published writer. His military decorations include the Legion of Merit, the Bronze Star Medal with Combat V, 3 Meritorious Service Medals, 2 Navy Commendation Medals with Combat V, Combat Action Ribbon, and was awarded the Marine Corps Distinguished Rifle and Pistol Badges for marksmanship. And I'm here to tell you, Marines, you are about to receive some knowledge and information that's going to set you up. And this is going to be a capstone to what you've done over the last 15 weeks. So please pay attention to Sergeant Major Skiles, and I guarantee it, he is getting ready to give you some sage wisdom to further your education, to further your ascension in our Marine Corps. So without further ado, Sergeant Major Bill Skiles, retired.
Thank you, Gary. And for those, obviously, you're all at home and staying safe and doing what you can to keep yourself and your family safe, and I appreciate all those efforts based out of respect and doing the right thing. First of all, congratulations to all of you graduates. And I would offer one thing. Whatever course you attended, I always would ask my students, whatever courses I would run, just name one thing. Name one thing, now that you've learned, name one thing you could leave those hallways and apply. And speaking of applying and learning, we have our traits and principles. All my life, or all my Marine Corps life, I was taught to memorize those traits and principles. It wasn't until I was getting ready to take a company with a good captain of mine to Fallujah when I realized some of those traits and principles that we were asked to memorize for promotion boards, we were memorized for, it doesn't matter. Memorization of those is a waste of time. And before you go, oh my goodness. Memorization in our Marine Corps, to me, needs to be looked at more in the way we apply them. No one ever taught a young Sergeant Skiles, Staff Sergeant, Gunny, how to use those traits and principles and apply them in my day-to-day operation, whether in the barracks, in combat, with my family. No one ever did. So I would offer something to you now. I created a trait, one trait I'd like to share with you, and hopefully this trait you can remember and apply, because I'm going to tell you how to apply them. So the word is trait, no kidding, T-R-A-I-T. And let me explain the 5 letters, because it hits home to me, and hopefully to you too. The first T is trust. Because let me ask you something. I've had 32 years of safety briefs. I've had 32 years of either receiving or giving these, and it's always been about the messenger. Combat leadership, people have asked me, what is that? Combat leadership starts right now in the barracks. Because if I don't trust a sergeant to go in that building overseas and clear it against armed combatants, I don't trust him here in the barracks. I don't trust him to take care of my family. I don't trust my leadership to take care of me now. How will I ever trust that individual to go in a building and clear it? I will not. So if you have any doubt about trust, and this is for those with blood stripes on your legs, do your Marines trust you? They trust you now. And let me offer this to you with trust. How many of you can ever recite verbatim a safety brief? I can't in 30 years of receiving and giving. It's more of a check in the block. I would offer now, you create a safety brief because the messenger, not the frickin' brief, the messenger is what we want them to receive. And I would offer to you with trust, tell them, show them how to apply it to keep them safe. I've been told many years, and I live by this, show me, don't tell me. The R in trait is respect. And respect, I'll only offer one thing to you. Respect, the best way to understand that is the name tapes we wear. On your uniform, you have 2 name tapes. In your MARPATs, the browns or greens. And you have your last name on there. And I would challenge any of you, if anyone ever disrespected, dishonored your family, you would probably stand up and defend that honor and go after somebody. So we understand that name. What about the other name tape that you swore an oath to? I don't see very many of you rushing to the barracks to defend the honor of those we share the name tapes with, called U.S. Marines. All I'm asking now is I wish you'd look at your name tapes when you get dressed and look at both names and get back to what you believe in. Respect. Up and down the ranks. The A is approachability. All my life, when you have a leader, and I don't look at stripes, because rank doesn't make you a leader, medals don't make you a hero. The more rank you get, the more you're responsible for. Period. Medals, I have PFCs that I fought with that got nothing. And I saw them lay down a machine gun in the streets of Fallujah and get nothing. However, you see other folks getting these service medals because they were there. It's a very touchy subject with me, but let me tell you something. It's the heart and character of a person that I will follow, not their rank or how many medals in their chest. Be careful with that. But approachable, there's two types of leadership that I will offer now. And I'm hoping you are the latter. The first leader is infectious. You infect by your arrogance, by your ego, by your all about you. And you see things like, what? Come here. You call people names. You stand them up in the PX. I wish you would not do that. Marines deserve a lot more respect. And imagine if we had people with rank to be more approachable. You're the one who says good morning in the morning first. You're the one that goes to the barracks, not to inspect them with a white glove, but to say, how you doing? How's your family? And be approachable. That's what we're supposed to be doing, right? The I, you know very well, but I'm going to explain it to you in a different way. The I is integrity. Not the way you were taught or to memorize it. Integrity is doing the right thing for the right reason when no one's looking. To the senior leaders out there, my challenge is this. Which way you looking? Most of you, I know it very well, you keep looking the direction of the sergeant major, of your monitor, of your gunny, and yes, staff sergeant, yes, gunny, yes, first sergeant. How dare you? You need to look the other direction. Because the real people watching you is your squad, your office space, your company. They're always watching. And those infectious leaders look in that direction, you'll never know. You think you're doing the right thing, but you're not. I wish you'd look the other direction. You might learn something. The last one in trait is time. I was taught this by a retired general officer, a wonderful mentor, always would ask me when he saw me, how's Tanis? That's my wife. He would never talk about anything else. General Droughty was his name. And to this day, he's one of my mentors, still in my life. Not about combat, receiving 2 silver stars in Vietnam. He actually hit him, when I went to his house, he hit him around the wall. It wasn't about him. But somehow humility overcame him with those experiences, and he became a wonderful, wonderful man. So he taught me this, and I'll never forget it. So the T in trait, the last T in trait, is time. And I would offer this to you. The time, the quality of time you spend with your Marines in the barracks, in a formation, in PT. Let me offer this. The time when you leave and you have a family to go back and hug your wife. Turn the TV off and pick up that baseball glove and play catch with your son or daughter. Time. You can't get it back. And I would offer this because I have quite a few Marines in Arlington, especially my captain, who's buried there. You offer them, would they like to have one day back? One day. You know their answer. Don't waste your time. Spend quality time with your family, your Marines. I think you'll be fine. And let me end with this, because General Droughty taught me this, and I live it to the nth degree. Use trait and those 5 words, but the last one's more important with time. I would offer, if you were to spell time to me, and most people would say T-I-M-E, I would offer to you, and this goes with the entire word trait. How do you spell time? The correct word is L-O-V-E. So with saying that, guys, again, congratulations to you, and Semper Fi.